Hi guys, it's Emma.
And Maggie.
And welcome back to another episode of Love Ya Bye.
Today, I'm really excited for this episode because we're gonna just be talking all about our life lately. I feel like we have so much that has been going on this past month. Emma, you went to the Bahamas with your boyfriend and friends, and I went to LA for a work trip. I literally just got back 2 days ago, and we just have a lot of fun stuff like coming up. So we just thought it would be fun to sit down and just talk about life and things that are going on, just like a casual conversation and kind of catch you guys up and talk about like the behind the scenes. And I just feel like it's going to be a really fun episode. Like we're literally just sitting here on FaceTime and I'm really excited. So we're going to start off with the peek in the pit of the week. And we do this every single week. If you're new here to the show, we just share our highest and lowest moments that happened to us. And Emma, if you want to start off.
I would have to say my peak for this week is, well, it's been a really good week so far, but I'm really excited for this weekend. We have a lot of friends in town this weekend. I feel like I have a lot to do this weekend, and I'm really excited for just everything that's going on. Like, our friend Jessica, she's been on the podcast before. She's in town this weekend with her husband. I haven't seen Jess in forever.
Since Fashion Week.
Yeah, I know. That's still so long.
Yeah, I know,
like, you saw her in
long.
Nashville in, like, when? December? November, but yeah, so I'm excited to see her. I haven't seen her yet. And then my friend Hallie's in town for the weekend too, so I get to see her. My boyfriend has some of his friends from home, which is nice because I get to meet them. Like, I haven't met them before, but I've like met them on FaceTime, so like actually meeting them in person, like hanging out with them and stuff like that, it's really fun because they're all from like literally across the country, so we don't get to see them often, so that's really fun that they're here too. And it's just been overall really, really fun. Like, we went to a coffee shop this morning, and it was because he had practice, so it was me, his friend Chase, and then his other friend from home, and we just like went and got coffee and drove around, and it was super silly. But yeah,
That's so fun. What coffee shop do you go to?
Blank Street. I was just in New York this past weekend, and I tried out this new coffee shop called Ludlow Coffee Company. And oh my gosh, it's the best coffee I've ever had in the world. Like, no place is like this coffee shop. I honestly was scared to go because Chase, my friend Chase, picked it out. And
I could see you being like, no.
Exactly.
Like, Chase probably picked this out on Google Maps.
It was like, Chase is like, we gotta go to this place. He's like, I don't know what it's called, but I know it's next to this vintage store that I really like. And I was like, okay, Chase picking out the coffee place, like, I wonder what it's gonna be. And I love Chase to death, but I honestly doubted him. And we went, and I felt so embarrassed for doubting him because at first I was like, ugh, like, I don't want to go. And then we go, and I tried the coffee, and it was actually I crave it. And I'm so excited to go to New York again just to get it. But anyway, back to where I went to coffee today. I was like, oh, maybe it'll give off the same vibe. I got an iced coffee. I didn't get a hot coffee. I wish I got a hot one, just because the Ludlow, I get a hot coffee. So when I went to Ludlow, I first got an iced vanilla latte. And it was okay. Like, it was just normal, but they make their vanilla syrup homemade, which is really, really good. Like, I love a good homemade syrup, like what Alfred's does in LA and stuff. But anyway, so then I got a hot vanilla latte, and it was the most amazing thing ever. Their almond milk is really good, and it's not homemade, which that's a whole different thing. I'm so over like homemade almond milk right now. I just want the fake stuff.
I know, we want like the fake almond milk that has
not the homemade stuff. Yeah. So I went to Blank Street today, and I got an iced vanilla latte, and it was really, really good because I've gotten their cold brew before and I didn't really like it. What did it taste like? Licorice.
No, Emma,
Yeah.
you said that it tasted like something else.
Licorice.
No, raisin. You said it tasted like a raisin.
Yeah, like notes of fruit. I don't like notes of fruit in my coffee, but their lattes are really good. And another thing, like this morning we had a huge debate when we got our coffee. Everyone said it was really good. We all got the same exact thing. And I was like, yeah, like, I love the Ludlow coffee because their syrup is homemade. And then Chase looks at me and he said, "Their what?" And I go, "Syrup?" He goes, "Syrup?" No. He's like, it's not syrup, it's syrup. And I was like, no, it's syrup, not syrup. And then like we kept going, like he says, like, what else does he say? He says syrup, he says crayon instead of crayon, he says so much other stuff, and I was like, there is no way. I was freaking out. Oh, when I say bedroom,
Yeah,
they say room. I can't even say room. Like, that's so weird. But yeah.
I'm just assuming you don't have a pit. You never have a pit.
Oh,
lately.
no, I don't have a pit. I'm like chilling kind of. Other than I'm really trying to work on my time management. I feel like I have a lot on my plate always, and I like to get my work done, like editing wise and stuff like that at night. I don't like to edit at night.
I'm the same. I edit at night.
Which I know I love to do, but I just need to get back into like time management. Like I've been traveling a lot, so like when you're on the road a lot and you're not home, it's hard to obviously like balance certain things, because like when you get home you got to unpack, but then you also have stuff you got to get done and like workouts you got to get in. So it's just really trying to find the balance between all of it, which is difficult but also like okay. Like I really don't have a pick, because I'm not like struggling, but it's just one thing I need to work on, which is just like a normal like goal that I've had for a while.
Transitioning into mine now, like that's my pit. Definitely time management. Also like coming back from my trip that I was just on that we'll get into in the episode, I feel like I came back and I just like got right back into things, and I went to my workout and I literally started crying at my workout because I felt so overwhelmed. But we're in the process of hiring an assistant. Emma and I are each gonna have a different one, like not the same girl, but we're in the hiring process right now, and I have my interviews on Monday.
Me too.
With my top 3 candidates, so I'm really excited about that. And by the time you guys hear this episode, I think it's coming out the day after, so that will already be done. But I feel like having an assistant will like help so much, because I've always been the type of person to like think that I can do everything on my own.
Me too.
And it's okay to ask for help, because like you can't do shit on your own. It just gets so overwhelming, and like,
and I hate asking like people around me, like my loved ones, for help. Like I'm not gonna ask you for help. I'm not gonna ask like my boyfriend or like my friends, because I feel bad. I feel like it feels like a burden that they're gonna have to like help me do things, when I'm like I can just do it on my own. But I really sometimes can't, because it's just so hard.
Yeah, I agree. And my peak this week definitely has to be my Revolve photo shoot that I did on Tuesday. I'm coming out with a collection with them March 28th. It launches, and I'm so excited, you guys. Like, I'm so excited. This has been the biggest dream of mine since I started my YouTube channel, and I just never, not that I never thought that it was something that I would achieve, because I really believe that if you like put your mind to something, you can achieve literally whatever you want. Whatever your heart desires.
Like, it feels so surreal, you know?
I know. And I just thought that like, okay, I have, like, I'm considered like a smaller creator compared to like all the other people that Revolve has worked with in the past. Like, I just think of like Shay Mitchell and like all the girls that have like millions of followers. Yeah. And then there's me, and I have like just 300 whatever thousand on YouTube, 200,000 on Instagram. But I feel like I have like a really, really strong community, which I'm grateful for. Mm-hmm. But I just never thought that this would happen right now. I know. So I'm just so excited. Like, I literally used to write in my journal about how I wanted to have a clothing line with them, and I'm so excited. So that's definitely my peak, but we're going to get into like all the details and stuff in the episode. So I'm really excited about that. And yeah, let's get into it. And now a quick break from the show to hear from our sponsors at Kickoff. We hope you've been enjoying our podcast. So as you get older, something we both realized is that you have to start making a lot of bigger purchases. And those purchases usually require that you have solid credit. A car, a house, an apartment, you name it. You don't want to get to the point where it comes to sign, but you don't get approved because you have bad credit. If I'm being real though, credit scores are kind of boring, right? There's all this financial stuff that goes into them, and it can honestly start to get confusing and hard to understand if you haven't learned it all. But Kickoff has it all figured out for you, so you can let your credit build up while you focus on other things. Kickoff makes it super easy to put credit building on autopilot, so you can sit back and spend your time doing what you actually want. We know that things come up and accidents happen. Maybe you thought your car was on autopay when it really wasn't. Not me, just kidding. Literally, that happened to me. And Kickoff is here to help you come back from those credit mistakes, and will set you up to start building a solid credit score with no hidden fees, no interest, nothing. Plans start at just $5 a month, and every one-time payment you make with Kickoff is reported to the major credit bureaus. When they start seeing healthy habits, you see a happier credit score. Don't let your credit control you. Go to kickoff.com and start building better credit in less than 5 minutes. Don't put it off. That's KIKOFF.com to take control of your credit right now. Build your credit the easy way right now at kickoff.com. Now back to the show. So rolling on into the Revolve collection, I wanted to talk about it a little bit because I vlogged the whole entire trip. in LA, and I vlogged like packing and prepping and everything, which I'm posting that on YouTube. That'll be live on my channel by the time you guys hear this podcast episode. But I vlogged the photo shoot, and I literally can't upload that video until I think I'm gonna upload it like the launch day or the day before the launch, because I have so much behind the scenes and it literally shows all the pieces that I don't want to show it too early. And I'm also like not allowed to show it that early. So I'm gonna have the whole vlog go up probably the week of, like, just depending on like what other content I have. But I'm really excited about that. And I vlogged like going to LA the whole entire shoot day, which I woke up at 6 o'clock in the morning, got to the shoot at 9. We shot all day until 6 p.m. and then got back to the hotel. I was still had my makeup on that I had on since 9 in the morning, like from the shoot. And then we went out to dinner, Graydon and I, with our friend Emily, who styled the shoot, and her fiance Carter. And we went to Mother Wolf in LA, and then we ended up like going out after, getting a drink, and I was up until 3 in the morning.
That's insane.
So I was up from 6 a.m. to 3 a.m.
Those days are so crazy.
And it's even weirder because of the time change. So like I was going to bed and I was like laying in bed with Graydon. I go, Graydon, we have a flight in the morning and it's literally 6 a.m. our time. And he was like, don't think about that.
Yeah, no, I know. That happened to me once where I had to shoot all day from 9 to, we didn't even get over till 9 p.m. that day. So it was a whole 12-hour day. And then my flight back to Boston was literally at 5 a.m. in the morning. So guess what? And then we like went out and celebrated after. So I didn't get home till like 1, and we were just like, okay, what do we do? Like go nap for 3 hours or like stay up?
Stay up.
We stayed up and then slept on the plane, but it was still like a lot, you know?
I feel like that's probably why I'm so exhausted.
For sure. And then like you get emotional because you're exhausted, and like having a lot on your plate's like a lot to juggle.
But I'm really excited for the shoot. And I was telling Emma, like, I have been working on this collection since June. And I had been working on this collection since June 2022, and I finally got to see the clothes in person the day of the shoot, and I hadn't seen anything like in real life. And I just wanted to say, like, give a little sneak peek that all of it is such good quality. Like, I am so happy with the quality of the pieces. Like, they're so good. The fit is amazing. Also, they're pieces that are very me. Like, what would you describe them as? Emma has seen everything in all the pictures and stuff.
I would describe it as, I mean, it's like everything that you literally wear, you know?
Yeah, like it's very me. Like if you could think of me in like a capsule wardrobe, like that's what it is.
Like, I'm not kidding you, like everything it was, I was just like, oh, like it just like, it like fits her perfectly. Like it's like what I would think of, like, oh, if I'm ever like, what would Maggie wear? Like that's what she would wear.
I'm so excited. All the pieces can be worn also like different ways, styled so many different ways, like dressed up or dressed down, like really amazing staples, because it truly is like a capsule wardrobe, except for like there's 1 or 2 really fun pieces that are just like statements, you know? But I'm just so excited for it, and that's what went on. Also, I thought that it was so crazy that the whole entire shoot day, we did a lunch break halfway through at like 1 o'clock, and I was like, oh my God, models, I don't know how they do this, because I was just like barely had any water all day, barely ate any food, was working constantly. I was like, oh my God. You wouldn't think that just like, okay, models, they just stand in front of the camera and take pictures like Bella Hadid. Yeah, no, like that, she's probably like exhausted.
Yeah. It's a lot. Like it looks so easy, but really like going into it, like even like preparation for it, or even just like you wake up early, you like are working, you don't get off until like 6 p.m., 8 p.m. or like later at times.
Having a full face of makeup on, also having like to do that every single day.
And you just are standing there, and like some of the positions that you're put in are so awkward, but like, and they feel so uncomfortable, but you have to like hold it.
That was literally me. Yeah. They were like, we had this one chair pose that they were like, okay, lift your body up and move your leg and keep it up. And I was like, this probably looks so weird, but it looked so good.
So you think in your head it's gonna look so weird, but the most uncomfortable positions look the best, I swear.
No, I agree. And also just like seeing yourself from all different angles on like a professional camera. Also, I was so worried about the makeup because I like never do heavy makeup or anything. So I just thought that it was gonna look like make me look different, but the makeup artist Allison was so good. It like photographed so well. Good. The makeup did. So I was really like happy about that. And then we just flew home the next day, and now here we are. back in Boston. And we have the launch party at the end of March. It's on March 28th, and we're going to be in New York City for that. And I just started looking at hotels today, and we're going to just have so much fun. And I'm just so excited. But yeah, that's my little update.
I can't wait to wear all this stuff. It'll be so fun.
I can't wait because every time you text me, if you're going somewhere and you say, what should I wear? Like, there's so many pieces that I could be like, okay, wear these, wear this, wear this. Like, it's going to be, I don't know, it's going to be really good. And I think that you guys are going to be, like, be in love with it. And also the pictures are insane. And I feel like I'm just so happy with the way that they turned out. And I'm so excited to post them. I feel like I've just been staring at them, though, for the past few days. And I'm like, I just want to post them already and show you guys, like, everything. But I can't. And it's making me, like, eager. So what have you been up to?
This whole entire month has just been, well, February was just the craziest month of my life. And also that month cuts short. Like, it only has 28 days in it.
Yeah.
Isn't that insane? Like, I always, like, I'm like, oh, like, February is so short. Like, this year has felt so insane. Oh my gosh, 2 days ago, a year ago, I moved to LA, which is the craziest thing. Like, I've been getting, like, 1 year ago memories, like, moving to LA, which is, like, so crazy. But anyway, back to what I was going to say about my whole month being crazy. Start of the month, I had a Pilates event, which was so much fun, and I'm so glad that I did that. And I'm so, like, I didn't know how it was gonna go, and I didn't know what to expect doing an event like that. Like, I've never done something like that before, and it was a huge meet and greet, and I got to see all of you guys, and there was literally like 150 of you there, which is insane. And if you guys were there, like, thank you so much for coming. It was so fun, and I really want to do more. It came out very well. Like, I had a event planner.
Yeah.
I had like a whole team behind it, and like they set it up. They made it look really nice. They set up like the PR packages, gift bags for everybody that had all different brands in it, which was really great. And some girls came up to me and they're like, oh my God, like, we just met today at the event and now we're like hanging out and like we became really good friends, which I was like, that's the craziest thing ever. Like, people made their like new friends, like, being at one of my events. The only thing they really had in common showing up there was the fact that they like watching my videos and stuff. And then they all like became friends, and some people flew all the way from Wisconsin, or like one girl drove down from Canada. She left at like 5 a.m. and drove from Canada. I was like, oh my gosh, that's so crazy. Like, that's like I would never believe, like, if someone told me right when I started YouTube, like, oh yeah, like, you're gonna host an event for all of your subscribers to be there, and some people are going to literally drive like 7 hours just to come see you, or like travel and fully fly in to see you. Like, I would not believe them. It's just so crazy. But yeah, so that was super fun. And then after I did that, literally like a few days later, I left for the Bahamas, and I was in the Bahamas for like 6 days, 5 nights, I don't even know, with my boyfriend. And it was his like all-star break.
You guys went to what island again? Not the main one.
We went to Exuma.
I've never been to the Bahamas.
Exuma, I did not know what to expect. The only times I've ever really been out of the country is I went to Toronto once for like 24 hours, not even.
Yeah.
That was like 12 hours maybe. And then we've been to Aruba and Curacao. So I've never been to the Bahamas. I've always wanted to go. I was so excited. We went to Exuma and we stayed at a beautiful villa. We booked the house and it was called like Villa Exuma. We booked it on VRBO or something. And that house came with the property manager. Her name was Anna. She was amazing. And she was one thing that I noticed about the Bahamas, like, it's a very small island. Everybody knows everyone. When you ask them for something, like, ask them for dinner, like, if they had any like recommendations, or if they knew anyone who had like jet skis or whatever, they would always recommend like their friends' places, or like somewhere where their friends work. And so we asked Anna one day, we're like, do you know of like how we can get jet skis? She was like, oh my God, yeah, like, call my friends. We call her friends. They come up to the back of our house. We were right on the water. It was so beautiful. They came up to the back of our house on the jet skis and just hopped off and like just like walked and left them there. We were like, oh my gosh. And we just had jet skis for like 2 days and like went around and did our thing, which was so fun. And then we also wanted to have chefs because a lot of the restaurants there closed at like 8 p.m.
I feel like they were far too. Like anytime you guys would be like the nights that you did go to restaurants and I would be
30
texting
minutes
you.
away.
Yeah, they were like 30 minutes away.
So a really good tip if you're going to one of those islands that isn't as like commercialized is getting a chef, because they seriously, like, they made the best food. And we got them for breakfast and we got them for dinner one night, because most of the nights we just went out to dinner, but every day we got breakfast from them. They made the best breakfast in the whole entire world. Like, it was so good. You get to choose off of a menu and they just, oh my gosh, their food's amazing. So we had them every day for breakfast, and then we had like enough left over for if we wanted lunch, like we would eat whatever we had left over and then like go out to dinner. Their names are Dina and Mia. Oh my gosh, you guys, I put their in my vlog, so if you guys do go there and you guys need to have chefs, like, you have to use them. They are so funny. We ended up becoming really close friends with them, and they came out with us on Sunday in the Bahamas. No one works.
Really? Wait, is that when you guys all went out and went drinking on the boat?
Yes, so that's their day to just like go to the beach. Everyone in the Bahamas and is like who's a local goes to the beach that day. It's like they have their off day. Grocery stores close at 3. Restaurants like aren't open. Like, it's the most insane thing ever. I've never... Like, that's just so cool that they have that one day to relax.
And that's so fun because everyone's on the same page and like everyone knows, okay, get your shit done, go to the grocery store, get everything done before 3 because we're off. We're relaxing.
It's like, oh my gosh, it was so fun. So we went to this place called Chat and Chill, which we had to take a boat, like a little like charter taxi boat over to an island, and it was the cutest little island. They have like a tiki bar. You can get food, you can get drinks. Oh my gosh, I forget what drinks we drank, but they had rum in them, and it was called like, oh my gosh, I keep forgetting what it was called, but it was so good. But that's the day that Dina and Mia came with us. And
was that the night that Graydon drank so much rum he fell asleep?
So he drank so much rum all day, right? We got home and we had a lady who like drove us around, which was really, really nice. She was actually in my dream last night, but her name was Brenda, and she like was so sweet, and she drove us everywhere. And she drove us home from Chat and Chill that day, and Graydon was like pretty drunk in the car, and then we got home and he made like a drink, got ready, and we like literally threw clothes on and got ready and went to dinner. Our dinner was 45 minutes away because it was the only restaurant open on the island that was at a resort that was like at the other side of the island, because we stayed in a really secluded area where there was literally no shops, nothing, like just our house that was just like surrounded by trees, and we were right on the water. So it took us 45 minutes to get to dinner, and Graydon was sitting next to me in the back of the car. Like, Graydon on one side, me in the middle, Peyton on the other, in the way back. And Graydon was like, I have never seen him so drunk in my life. It was so funny.
He's funny because he's the type of person, Graydon is 6'8", and he's just like so tall, and I feel like even when I'm with him, like I have to try to keep up because he just like drinks and drinks, and he's like, I'm not even drunk, and like it'll be the end of the night and he'll be like, I'm not drunk, but oh my god, I can't believe how drunk he was.
It was so funny. Like, he literally was like, I don't know how drunk he was, how he got that way either. I was like, whoa. Yeah, it was so funny. And then we like went to dinner that night and then went home, but it was such a nice like relaxing trip. I vlogged it, so the vlog is up on my YouTube. I posted it on my way home from the Bahamas, and I didn't really want to like overdo it vlogging there, so I kind of just showed just like little bits and pieces.
You have to tell them about the school day.
Oh yeah, there was a really fun day. I think this was our second to last day, or the last day, that full day that we had there. Anna, the property manager, she used to work at one of the schools that was kindergarten through 12th grade. It's like a private school on the island. I think it's more of like a religious school. She used to work there. I guess word got around that Peyton was on the island, and they were like, it would be really cool if you like could come to the school and like play basketball with the kids. So that was, oh my gosh, that day was the best day ever. Like, at the end of the trip, we all talked about like the peak and pit of our whole trip, like we do with all of our friends, and everyone was like, my favorite day was the school day. Like, it was just so unplanned. Like, it just like came out of nowhere, kind of. Like, Anna was like asked if we wanted to do that. We were like, oh my god, for sure. And going there and seeing all the kids like so happy, and like they were all like screaming, like freaking out, like asking him to sign like their shoes, their shirt, their forehead. Like, they were just like, one girl like touched his hand and she was like, oh my gosh, like I'm never washing my hand again. Like, they were just all so happy, like taking photos with him. And then a few of them would play like a little game of basketball, and then some would like sub out and like go in and stuff like that. So they all got a chance to like shoot around and meet him and hang out, and it was just so much fun, like seeing them like all smile and be so happy, and just like, I don't know, it's just so crazy.
That's so special. And just like a moment where like you didn't know that was going to happen, and you were just going away on vacation, but like you change, like you guys, I'm not saying just you, like you guys as a whole, like hanging out with them that day, like that's going to change their life, and they're going to think about that forever. And that's just so cool that like you guys all took the time to go and hang out with them and play basketball, like all the boys.
Yeah, like
playing
the day that
together.
we were on our way home from Chat and Chill that Sunday, we were driving by, they had like a basketball court on the side of the road, just like a little court, 2 hoops, whatever. And some kids are playing, and we told Brendy to pull over. We were like, wait, like pull over, like Peyton wants to like go out there and play. So then him, Chase, Trey, and Dylan like got out, and they all like went and like shot around with the guys that were playing, and it was just like so fun, like just like pulling over the side of the road. The sun was setting. Aww. Me, Graydon, Sydney, and Brendy the driver were standing there like watching them, like taking videos and stuff, and they were just all like running around shooting with them, and it just looked so fun. It was really, really, really fun.
I feel like you guys have like been, well, like traveling the world.
I know, we've been doing a lot.
Like you went to New York, you're going
I just got back from New York, the West Coast, the end of the month. I've always wanted to go to Napa. I even wanted to do it for my 21st, but we never ended up going. And then this came out of nowhere where Peyton was like, oh yeah, like our team's doing like a little like bring your significant other to Napa for the weekend.
I would just enjoy the moment with him, take pictures for you and him to have, and just like really take time off.
I was just gonna say that, like, it's gonna be such a fun like experience, like going there. I've never obviously been to even that part of California before, and Napa is like, I love wine. And then I go to Portland like the day before that, which is so fun because that's my boyfriend's hometown, and I've never been to Portland before, so I'm really excited to go and like see, not even Portland, like Oregon. He's from like Westland, I think it's called, and I've never been there. I've never been to Oregon.
The only place we've ever been on the West Coast, well, obviously California doesn't count, but I'm talking like other states. We went to Seattle, but we had a layover, and that's it. Like we've never been to Northern California or like the states.
Yeah, they always talk about like, oh yeah, like Washington or like North Dakota. I'm like, huh? I don't know, but I'm really excited to go and see what it's like out there. I don't know what to expect. So like, to me, when I think of Oregon, I think of like the sticks. And I just think of like hiking boots. Like when I think of Oregon, I think of hiking boots. I think of granola. I didn't even know like it had a beautiful coast. I mean, obviously it's on the coast, but like, you know how like when I picture Texas, like, you know how there's a part that's on the coast?
Yeah.
Does it even have beaches there? To me, it is a drop off. I've never seen that part, so I have no idea.
No, I know exactly what you mean. That's fun now that like Peyton, you and him have, I feel like you've gone to also different places that you've just like never been to. Like you went to Dallas. Now you're going over there. Like, it's just going to be fun to see different places.
I know. I'm really excited.
There's so much out there. It's nuts.
I know. I'm so excited to do that.
I'm excited for you. And this weekend's going to be fun, too.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to dinner. I think we're going to go to the North End tonight. But I was thinking we could either go to Monica's or I don't know. But I'm so excited that Jess and Brent are in town and they're out getting lunch right now because they just got off the plane and my boyfriend took them to this place in the North End, Monica's. It's like there's a restaurant called Monica's, but there's also a sandwich shop. It's called like Monica's Mercado or something, and it's like a little grocery store with like a deli, and they have the best sandwiches. So he brought Jess and Brent there, and probably he's gonna drive them around the city and like show them around because he is from Boston, like born and raised, and I like obviously me and Emma live here now, but we're not like from Boston, we're from the Cape. So he's really excited. He's gonna like show them like the house he grew up in and just like all that stuff. And he was like saying, okay, well, when you and Emma record the podcast, like I'm just gonna bring them to get lunch, and they're like going around and doing their thing right now. So it's really gonna be a fun weekend though, and I'm vlogging the whole thing, so it's gonna be up on YouTube also, which I'm really excited about, so stay tuned for the vlog. And I'm trying to think if there's any other like little updates we have. Milo got a haircut yesterday and he looks so cute.
He's so cute. Oh my god, I have a funny story. We were driving home from New York because I went to New York this past weekend. So I drove with my boyfriend's roommate down on Saturday, and we had to drop his dog off at my best friend's house because she was just gonna watch her for the night. And so thank you, Ella, for doing that. You literally are the best person in the world. We love you. And Ella loves Cleo, and her roommates are like, they have so much fun when Cleo's there. Anyway, so we dropped her off on the way, and we go to pick her up on the way home, and we leave the game. He played against the team in New York, and we're leaving New York. It's like probably 11 p.m. We're like driving. It's like starting to snow in New York. We get to Connecticut because she goes to Quinnipiac in the middle of Connecticut. That's in like Hamden area. We get to her school. Oh my gosh, it's snowing sideways. You can't even see like the roads. It's literally like snow covering the roads. We were driving so slow. We were going like 30 on the highway.
Didn't Chase keep missing exits too?
Chase kept missing exits, and it was adding like 20 minutes to each to the time, and we were like, oh my goodness, like what are we gonna do? So then we get to Ella's house. Ella lives with 7 girls. So just picture this. It's a house of 7 girls, like a college house, 7 girls. Like they're all like sorority girls. Like they're so cute. They got the posters hanging up on the walls. Like it's like typical college. And Peyton and Chase like haven't been in college in a few years. Like they've been out of college for like 3 years or so. And I'm like so used to going to Ella's house because I like basically live there. And we get there to pick up Cleo, and we were like, I don't know if we can drive anymore. Like the roads are so bad. So we had to stay at Ella's, which was so funny. Like I would have never pictured like bringing my boyfriend to Ella's like college house. Like maybe her house on the Cape, but like not her college house to like sleep over. She offered it to me. She was like, hey, like the roads are so bad. Like I'm sleeping at my boyfriend's. Like why don't you guys sleep at mine?
Poor Chase.
In the college
Poor
house.
Chetty.
But no, that was like so funny, like being at Ella's and like sleeping there, and then waking up in the morning and like seeing all her roommates, and I was like,
oh my
hi
God,
guys.
good
Like,
morning.
yeah, like good morning.
Good thing you guys didn't drive.
No, I know, it was so scary out.
Okay, well, that concludes today's episode. Thank you guys all for tuning in. We just kind of wanted to sit down and give you like an update of what's been going on in our life lately, because I feel like we have had so much going on.
Yeah,
So much that we just wanted to like update you guys, give you a little behind the scenes, and kind of chat and catch up. And make sure to follow us along on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. You can just find me at Maggie McDonald.
And you can find me at Emma McDonald.
And there's gonna be so much coming up. Obviously,
Yeah, so
the
make
stuff that
sure
we
you
just talked
follow
about.
along.
And guys, the amount of content that I have coming for my Revolve shoot and like the collection is insane. You don't want to miss out. There's gonna be so much. And make sure to subscribe, listen to the podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your show. Give us a rate and review. Leave a comment if you want. We would really, really appreciate it.
Yeah.
And we love you all so, so much. And we will see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.